Okay, so here we are. Gonna start breaking this down here. As you can see, we got the pause screen up. Um, Apologies for delaying on this video, but this is something that I have been very excited about getting some work done on. It's a thing that I think some people are aware of. Some people have probably seen and wondered, like, how do you do that? Like, where do you come up with this stuff? And what I wanted to do in this step of like breaking down the highlight reel stuff in the game is just showing you, like, this is just going to be a sequence that I literally just came up with a few days ago in my head, to give you an example step by step of how easy it is to put together things like something that's not actually available in the game, that you're just taking two things and applying together and coming up with something cool, unique, something that maybe hasn't been seen before. You can look at a lot of matches that I've done here recently. You can look at matches that other shows have done recently. I could point out tons, I may by the end of this video, tons of examples on Twitter that are very inspirational. There's a lot of really creative people who are doing a lot of cool things with these games, and really a lot of it comes down to just manipulation of the camera angles and knowing how to symmetrically put clips together so they line up and they make sense. So without further ado here, this is what I'm going to title the Advanced Highlight Reel Tutorial for WWE 2K games. So let's get down to it. As you can see here, I have two guys in the ring. This guy here moving by the ropes is going to be taking a couple shots here, and I'm going to go into highlight reel and show you this as we do it. So we get a nice little strike exchange there going. And as he takes these shots, we want to get one good shot there like that he rocks backwards. So as he does that, what we're going to see is where I go into here. And what I want to do is get right here where the strike exchange starts. And I'm going to show you kind of how I do this on my end. So what I want to do is get the first few strikes here. And the strike exchange wasn't as clean as I would normally want it to be, so we're gonna just take it as it is. But right here, right before, you see there, as he goes to put his elbow on the rope, right here, about this frame here, as I'm gonna cut it there at that 23:15, that is going to be kind of like the key point. I'm gonna show you why in just a second with what I do next. So you see there is that he rocks back. We might actually cut it a little bit closer. How about we go about right there, actually. Let's go right there. I think that looks better. So I want to kind of get this first part of the strike exchange here with this like knife edge chop. I think that's a good starting point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera around here. When I usually do highlight reel anymore, I like the camera. I've posted other people's tutorials on this. I like the camera to be about apron height. I think when you get like right in here and you zoom in on the guys, you cut the referee out, whatever you want to do. I think this looks good. So normally what I would do is I would go here and I'd hit video clip and I'd preview it, but my recorder is recording all of this as one big loop right now, so I'm not going to do the full rundown. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I have this clip here, because I'm doing this commentary live over the video too. And you can see here the camera's just kind of following them around as they're going through these strikes. All right, and that one, you just rocked back there. Again, normally this is where I'd be like, kind of as I'm recording this in clips, I'd be starting and stopping. So I'm going to show you what happens next. Alright, so as I was saying, put him up against the ropes over here so we get the same spot this was all shot in. This is important to make sure that everything's all in the same spot here. And there we go. So we want to get that rebound action there. And I'll show you from where we cut off this clip earlier. We want to go about right there. I think about right there. Get this full shot of him hitting the ropes, coming back in to about right in there. And what you're going to find out as you're editing a lot of stuff like this is that a lot of these clips are going to be really short. Like this is maybe only a few seconds here. So as we cut in here, I like to get a lot of nice little camera angles here that get like the full arena shot in where we can too. I think this different angles look kind of cinematic when you get more of your stage and stuff into them. That's just a personal preference. So again, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna preview this clip, him hitting the ropes there. He's coming back in, winding up for that clothesline like that. And what you're gonna see here again, like obviously the animation connects, but for the sake of recording this clip, we don't want that to be in the shot. So when I go to edit, you won't see that in the shot. Alright, yeah, so there we go. That's what I was looking for. And I guess I forgot to equip the pin combo, which is actually one of my favorite features in the game. But I forgot to equip it on this guy's moveset because he's actually not complete yet. So forgive me on that one. So the clip's not going to be as clean as I had hoped. But anyway, so as we had in the last clip here, he was winding up for this clothesline. So it probably needs to go about right here. And then we're going to see where that stops us here. So what we're going to want to do is kind of prevent that spot there where he stops running. So cut that clip about right there. Maybe not. We'll see that. Let's see. Yeah, that should be all right. We should be able to frame that together close enough. We'll see what we have to do in the next shot when we get to the editing step of this. So he connects there, the belly to belly, goes into the cover. Alright, so let's see what we can get for an angle on that one real quick. About right there. It's a pretty nice shot of it, I believe. The brakes on. Boom, belly to belly connects. Into the cover. Not too bad. Not going to be as fluid as I had hoped with the pin combo being thrown off. That's the kind of the reason I went with this belly to belly counter. But it will be alright. So we'll go ahead and get this kick out of here. 1, 2. Alright, so that way we can kind of complete the full shot here. And I want to point out something that I didn't really get to as I was putting together the other parts of these clips. So as you can see here, you have your start point, end points on the timeline. This has probably been brought up in other videos that we've done. This is important to remember that if this video starts here at 12 seconds, that the next one, if you're going to do frame by frame or clip by clip, where this is split up into multiple clips, you get different angles, to always start the next second, because that's going to throw you off if you're a second or two off in your video. But anyway, that's just another thing to keep in mind as you're clipping things together. So of course we got the kick out here. I think kickouts are really important to get good camera angles of. So for this one, we'll just cut around here. And they get down right in the action with the referee counting. Get that nice shot of the shoulder up there. That'll wrap up the tail end of that scene there. So okay, so what we have here is everything So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the editing step of this, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back here. So I'm going to start pulling some of this out here. As I was looking at this one clip, this tail end part here where I got this pinfall, my audio and video is a little choppy there. This happens to my recorder sometimes, so you're going to get a little freebie here where I'm going to show you guys how I throw in some alternate audio where needed. Now, there's some people that I follow on Twitter who are a little bit different than this, and I appreciate them for doing it. They definitely put more craft in than I do. They actually replace all of the audio on those shows. So, I mean, that's definitely an option for you if you have the means to do it and you want to do it that way. For me, I don't really have any grievances with the game audio. When it works, it works. I think it captures things fair enough. So I try to mix and match where needed. I'll add layers to it for certain things, and cover up spots where obviously it's needed. But for the most part here, I the way they are. So as you can see, I went ahead and trimmed all of this down, so you don't have to watch me do a lot of trimming to save some time on this video. So we're going to kind of get right into the bulk of it here. I've talked about this before. I think Sean has talked about this on the CAW All-Stars highlight reel video that he did. So I'm going to kind of try to get through this next part a little bit quicker than normal. Well, obviously plenty of discussion can be had about it. Obviously here, I always layer my tracks this way. Track 1 is the main video, track 2 is the main audio, track 3 is highlight reel video, track 4 is muted highlight reel audio because it's muted in the game anyway. So I just want to kind of clarify that. And here's the clips that we're working with again. So this is always important. Sean had kind of talked about this on his video. I'm going to kind of give you another quick glimpse of it here. As you're putting together the clips in highlight reel in the game, bear in mind there, you can see in that top corner and in the lower left corner, your HUD stuff. And granted, it's not bad on 2K19. I can't speak for 2K20, so I apologize to anybody who is looking for help with that game. But you see here, so always when you're getting these shots, you want to make sure that stuff crops out easily. So for me, just dragging this up and putting it in position here. And you can see kind of where I just kind of scoot the shot into frame more. And my goal is to be able to get as much in the shot as possible. So like I said, I always want, your two guys to be centralized. You want them to be the main thing that your viewers are watching. You don't want too much taken away from them. And with this being like a series of strikes here, as I'll kind of just scroll over so you can see, look at that. You can get that full shot there in highlight reel. Little strike exchange here. We just want to see where this lines up at. So probably about right in here, I believe. Should be about right in there. And then again, just to kind of save some work here, I'm just going to trim that first part off, so we don't have too much stuff kind of overlapping there in the way. I want to make sure that this all looks good. Okay, so that clip all sounds good. All the audio syncs together the way that we want it to. This is all just a lot of rinse and repeating here. To me, this stuff is just really light work, honestly. You do it so many times, you kind of get used to it. This is basic editing for me at this point. So here's where this clip flows into the next one. We'll just go back and replay it from the start to see how that all clicks together. And that looks good. So again, that's what we were wanting. You can pull this shot down a little bit more. We don't want to cut anything unnecessary out of the frame here. again, you can see down there in the left corner, you can see where the canceled HUD stuff pops in at. That gives us plenty of room to work with, so we're just going to continually kind of fit this in the best that we can here. Again, I don't want too many shots to be too far out of frame. I think that should be pretty good right there, so we'll play that back one more time from about midway here. Alrighty, yeah, that's looking good. I like the way that's coming together. Let's see how the next step of it looks here. Let's go ahead and start with this one by working on getting more of it into the shot like normal. Probably about right there. That looks pretty good. Let's see if we scroll back a little bit so we can see the actual belly to belly itself. Up just a bit. Over just a hair there. That should look pretty good. And like my main thing anymore is trying to get everything into the shot. You know, you want to maximize that frame that you're working in. Really highlight the key stuff that you're trying to convey in each of these shots. Drag that frame over, drag that frame over. As you can see here, this is basically looking like 20 seconds so far. This is going to probably be less than 30 seconds when this whole shot's done. So really simple stuff. This doesn't take long to put any of these together. Had a little bit of audio collapse there. What do we have going on there? That's something with the highlight reel clip doing that. I mentioned this, so this is a good point to pause here. When I mentioned doing this stuff frame by frame, you can see here as I'm zooming in, you're going to see more of the frames in these clips. I'm trying to see where that. So right in here, what I might have to do here is drop in some audio there too. Yeah, I think I might have to drop in some audio there too to replace that. So I'm not sure. It has something to do with this highlight reel clip, but I'm having trouble pinpointing it. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of edit over it. Alright. This is kind of what I was talking about too as I was recording it. I don't want to get this awkward pause here. So what I'm going to do is right here. This might be the fix for it. Right here as he stops. About right there. I believe we're going to just kind of mouse for it, frame into frame here. And what we want to do is go to about right here. So you can see him setting up for it. This part here, this is kind of important because, you know, if you leave those kind of pauses in there, it will kind of break what you're looking for. So this is kind of actually a good point to make while I caught it. This is what I was talking about by going frame by frame with a lot of these spots. Yeah, there we go. And you can see that I'll play that back one more time. Now that I cut that little bit out of there, and I didn't really cut that much out. It doesn't look like I actually cut, but maybe a second or two out when you really look at it. See, one more time. Let's go back and just catch that little bitty cut here. This is the key to making these things look good. So as you can see in that, just right here, and I'll blow this up a little bit so you can see the frames again in it. So I wanted to make a point to talk about, you know, like how much just a couple of frames matter. Each of these clicks here, these little seconds in between, you know, these are all frames you're looking at here. You can see my frame count there going up. So we're at frame 380 here, right into here we go, frame 394, 95, 96, 97, 90. You know, you go back and count this. This is 5, 6, 7. That's not that many frames. That's only a handful of frames. They're 95. That's maybe 7 frames you're looking at. And look what the difference this makes. He's running in. Boom. Gets cut off right as he's coming in. So when it's in motion, it actually looks pretty clean. Alright, now here, this last part, you can see, this is where I said my pin audio is kind of messed up, so I'm just going to delete this clip altogether, actually, is what I'm going to do. And what's going to happen is I'm just going to drag this one over into place. It should be long enough, it should fit, everything should click together. So I'm just going to go ahead, frame that in there like I said. Get this nice little shot here of the referee counting. Boom, boom. This in here. Don't need our crowd volume to be up that loud. If you are going to blend in audio this way, always make sure that your audio wavelength matches so it's not awkward and loud or too quiet. That's a whole nother tutorial for another day. Really want to get into that one. So we're gonna have to actually create another couple clips here. Or excuse me, audio tracks. So this audio tracks, I'm gonna have to come down here, and then I'm gonna have to go back here and find this other one that I had to edit earlier. I want to say it was that one. Yeah, there we go. Drag that guy down there too. Here we're just going to kind of fix up some of this audio that we're looking at. That should be good there. And that should be good there. Alright, and then what we want to do is add one more audio here. Then we got to get this referee count in. So don't want to leave that out. Let's pull his wavelength down a little bit so he's not screaming at us. As loud at least. So that he fits in. There's his one count. 2 count, right about there it looks like. Alright, let's see what he sounds like. Probably bring him down just a bit more. Bring that crowd volume up just a bit. And then we'll get a good look here at the full final piece of this. And we'll wrap this bad boy up. Alright, so let's see what we're looking at. What's this here? Not sure what this is. Don't know what that clip is. That clip's not supposed to be there. Alright, let's take a preview of this real quick, see if there's anything else I need to fix on it before I give us a full parting shot of it, and then we'll wrap this video up. I should get this. Alright, scroll back to the beginning. Alrighty, one more look. I just realized that we are missing something very important right here. We don't have the thud sound effect. So, good thing I previewed that back, which it's always important to preview these things back, guys. Can't stress that enough for you as you're doing any kind of editing like this. So we want to go in here and put some audio of that in on top of everything else. So, that said, one more audio track. Move this one up here above the referee. And then again, frame by frame, as you see me clicking through the frames, it's going to be right here. You can see both guys. That shoulder right there, that's important. That's where he's going to collide with the mat. Both guys are hitting, so I want this to sound proper when both guys connect. Alright, let's see what that sounds like really fast. That's really loud. Let's take it down just a fraction here. Still pretty loud. Obviously you want it to be loud, but I don't think it needs to be overwhelmingly loud. Let's see that. Yeah, that should be pretty good there. I might have to bring the crowd up a little bit to match it. So we'll bring them up just a bit. Probably right there, that's pretty even. Alright, let's get one more look. See, make sure I don't like that way everything looks here. And just for a little bonus, while it's on my mind, I think what I'm gonna do, just drop you a little extra audio in right here. It's a little freebie. Something just popped into my mind while I'm thinking about it. Why not just add a little bit bigger of a reaction to this kick out? What we'll do is we'll pipe these guys in here.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
We'll just fade them into the shot a little bit. And now we can see what this full bad boy looks like. Alright, let's get a full preview of this thing. Without further ado, free up as much of our preview window as we can here for you guys. You can see what a full, roughly 30-second highlight reel edited spot looks like. Really simple one here. All right. So really, you should probably bring that guy back there just a bit, just a little bit, so it's a little bit cleaner. One more closing shot for the road. We'll call this one a day. Alrighty, and that will do it for this CAW workshop highlight reel tutorial video. I think I've gone on long enough for this one here. Any questions, comments, ideas for more of these, definitely leave some comments, leave some feedback, leave some discussion on the Discord, on the Facebook, on my YouTube channel here on the playlist. Trying to compile as many concepts and ideas like this as we can. As always, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Definitely hit me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Discord, all of the appropriate channels. I'm always available with anything that I can help with, and so are many of other people who have contributed to this idea. Hopefully this kind of gets some creativity out there for everybody. This is an idea that I was kind of wanting to touch on for a while. I just didn't really know how I wanted to tackle it. So I'm going to try to do more of these again going forward. Just always, your ideas definitely help me get more of these done. So thank you again guys for watching and for being a part of the CAW workshop.